They look like pretty little flowers, growing in the lush environment of Vancouver Island. Here in Metchosin, where horses roam trails and are tucked away in large properties, these plants can become a problem.
It's a chemical reaction in your body. The plant itself isn't toxic, it's just when you're ingesting the alkaloids. So there's a chemical reaction that happens.
It's called tansy ragwort. It's an invasive species and it looks kind of like a little yellow flower. While her horse Reggie won't eat it, Kathy Atherton says it can be a problem because this stuff can get into the hay bales.
If he was out in a field and there were other things to graze, he would probably stay away from it. But if it's in a hay bale and he's just eating the hay, I think he would just eat it along with the hay because it's dried then.
Tansy ragwort doesn't affect humans, but animals that ingest this plant face liver problems and possibly death. That's why for the past 12 years, Atherton has taken it upon herself to pull out these plants.
For years when I would just go out and ride either with the horse or walk with the dog, I just stop and get off and pull it out as I went because I actually like to just sort of ride halfway and walk halfway, so I get my exercise too.
Tansy ragwort is originally from the British Isles. It was brought here for medicinal purposes. First spotted in 1913 on Vancouver Island, it has slowly grown and can now be found in many surrounding coastal areas, including the Gulf Islands.
The Coastal Invasive Plant Committee have rated it as a priority invasive plant, so it's one of 14 that we've identified as priority.
The plant is also listed as a noxious weed on the BC Weed Control Act. Rochelle McElroy from the Coastal Invasive Plant Committee says one of these tansy ragwort plants can produce 150,000 seeds. If the plant is buried, it can stay dormant for over 20 years.
Which means that if you were to cut the plant or the flowers and then bury them, and then that soil would be disturbed later on, then those plants could grow again.
If the plant becomes a problem in certain areas, the committee does try getting rid of it. And if you happen to see it and decide to pull it out, McElroy says the best way to make sure it's gone for good is either incineration or the landfill.
But this stuff has already gone to seed, so this is kind of past time.
As for Atherton, she says she'll be out there riding her horse and trying to get rid of this plant that might be harmful to Reggie. In Metchosin, I'm Sucheta Singh for The Daily.